Hello guys and welcome back to a Pleeps and Ross video. This is going to be a new series where we basically come up with, you know,
Subclass.
subclasses and
Uh,
base really based off of either a theme or another character from media that
Whatever we feel like is
right,
the honest answer.
realistically wherever we feel like. Do we
But
promise that these are going to be the most balanced of things? Probably not.
no, they probably require some
Ho-
playtesting. But
Hopefully they'll be fun though. This first one,
tonight is a special episode
woohoo,
because we are making a subclass that we actually plan to use.
for a full campaign.
Yep, very soon, in fact, which is why we're making it now. Even
Yep.
though you won't get this for 3 levels, but
Still, it's good to have it planned out.
yeah. So we are making an artificer. So first thing we're going to establish. And it is kind of weird to cover this before we even covered Artificer on our other series, but it is what it is.
Right.
When do Artificers get?
Their subclass features,
Mhm.
which I have the wiki dot page
Yep,
already open.
I
So
also do.
of course we got level 3, the classic
Yep.
when you get the subclass. We got level 5, which tends to, looking at how the other ones work, it's some form of giving us extra damage, whether that be through specific spells like the types, or just granting us extra attack. Those what tends to be level 5, and I don't
Okay.
believe maybe Battlesmith. I actually don't know about Battlesmith, but maybe they get like an extra thing for the robot or something. But you also get level 9,
Okay.
and then the capstone ability for subclasses is level 15.
Okay. So first off, we got to figure out. I have a couple ideas. So let's start with level. Okay. So this is
Yeah,
the
level 3, which
before we talk, we should talk about what we're doing. This is a artificer built around scrolls and texts and stuff like that.
yeah, scrolls, text, and I would say based off like the backstory, maybe like eldritch fiendish types. You know what I
I
mean?
think honestly, I think that's more to do with the backstory, less to do with what your character specializes in.
That's true. That's true. Uh,
That being said, important question:
yes,
Artificers tend to get spells.
they do. What I was going to propose
Huh?
is two things. Just so whoever, if anyone wants to play this at home and they don't require any of the other books, let's say for spells, we focus on the player's handbook for this
I
for the
mean,
extra
you
spells.
kind of have to, but
Right.
that's besides
But
the point.
also, I was thinking we do the spells last.
I actually think we should do them first.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I have a reason for that. I think the spells we want to give this guy are kind of obvious.
Okay.
Uh, Now what I don't know is whether artificers. I think some people might be getting by artificers, but let's go. Let's go spell list. So artificers get generally 1 to 5.
Yep. 1 to 5.
One, two. Nope, not the three. Two. Nope, that's still 3. 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 2 spells I know I want to give because of this list. First up is comprehend languages,
Yep. I can actually see that.
which is first. So
I don't remember if artificers get that on their spell list already, but even if they do, hey, it's a free spell known.
this is a flavor thing more
Right.
than
Right.
anything else. They do not.
I did not know that. So hey, another spell that is a. Wait, I'm not crazy. Comprehend language is a ritual spell, isn't it?
It is, yes.
So hey, extra ritual spell. I'll take that.
So, how many spells does artificers usually get in their subclass spell list?
Uh, Total overall is 10. 10 extra
10.
spells.
Okay, so are they usually? Are is there any like particular themes? Like, do they usually go 3 to like yeah? How many like level 1, level 2, level 3, level?
Oh. It's the standard of 2 for each level.
2 for each level. Okay, understood. I didn't know that was a standard.
And that tends to be the standard. I mean,
All right,
the
so we
the
need
only ever exception is the whatchamacallit, the aberrant mind sorcerer, unlike other stuff, gets a free cantrip.
well, we'll get to that in a second.
So
So what you're saying is we need another first level.
yeah, we need another first level,
Any
and
immediate thoughts?
no, nothing immediate.
I will say it kind of hurts that we're sticking to player's handbook because a
It
lot of spells that I really like for this are in uh are in a few other books.
yeah. Glancing at just regular. Oh, so we're not doing UA spells, obviously.
Yeah,
I just wanted to mention it because I just brought Wikidot up for spells, and immediately I saw Arcane Weapon, which I've never heard of, but it sounds cool, but nah.
that's a good point. I guess we should look at five of these. I should be looking at 5 of these spells. Yeah.
So,
So we're looking at first level. Arms of
what is
Bay.
Frost Fingers? What is this? Oh, this is Burning Hands, but cold. Huh.
Maybe disguise self.
Maybe. What is one?
I feel like you should get identified, but that's not like really this artificer. So
Yeah, like it's already on that. It's already on the Artificer list to begin with, so it's like not a crazy necessary thing.
I mean, you can have it be on the list already, but
Hmm.
maybe sanctuary. It's not really flavorful though. Uh, unseen servant. So yeah, my top 3 are unseen servant, sanctuary.
Oh, why don't we do? Uh, does do Artificers get illusionary script?
Oh, illusory grip. That's actually.
It's player's handbook, and they don't.
You rent and partner. Do you and any creature doesn't? Okay, yeah, yeah. You know what? That does actually flavor. That is flavorful. That is flavorful. Illusory script. Okay,
I don't know
nice. Not
how. I don't know how much use I am gonna get a illusionary script, but it still fits
that
the theme.
depends on the campaign.
Of
Okay.
course, like everything
So
does.
now our second level spells.
Okay, so we got a lot of options.
Well, yeah, all the spells in the game.
Right.
Hmm.
Also, is there a way to filter on here? Just player's handbook or no?
Not really.
Ah, okay. So,
Animal messenger augury? Nah. You know what? I'm gonna go for augury here.
um,
Augury and borrowed knowledge.
ooh. Uh, I always see borrowed knowledge, but I always forget exactly what it does. Uh, I mean, yeah. Uh, oh, you know what? This actually works even better because one of the
I will
components.
say we do have an issue there. Borrowed knowledge is
Ooh,
not a player handbook spell.
yeah, I just noticed that too. Uh,
So, that's a shame. Oh well.
it is.
So I'll just stick with my augury.
Yeah, so we got augury, and Yeah, let's go for the best spell in the entire game. Find traps.
Are you
No,
really willing?
no,
No.
no, no, absolutely not.
I don't care how flavorful that is. There's no universe where you want that spell
No,
in
absolutely not.
there.
Uh, okay.
See,
Oh,
oh, oh, you have thoughts?
I might. When did this come out? Is this Player's Handbook? Where the fuck was it? I scrolled and I lost it. There it is. This is Player's Handbook. See Invisibility, which Artificers do get already,
But you know what? Sure,
but it could be for
I'll go
free.
with that. I already know what I want for third level, or at least I know what I want for third level is.
Do you have an idea for both of them or just one?
Uh, I just know what I want for the first third level because it's obvious to me. Tongues.
Yeah, yeah, no, tongues works.
I mean, admittedly, it does not allow you to read, but it does allow you to.
To speak.
Which I think is like for a scholarly type. I think that's good. Otherwise, though,
Uh,
uh,
uh, looking through the list.
see some things I'm looking like, oh, that would fit your character perfectly. But like, that's not. We're not. Well, you are making a character. We're not making a character. We're making a subclass.
Right. Uh, maybe remove curse.
I'd argue Glyph of Warning. I know Artificers already get that.
Yeah, Artificers already get that. Which
You know what? I'll accept remove curse.
I was gonna say either way, I think they both work. I can
Mm,
see remove curse as you're able to like read the actual magic of something to be able to remove the curse from it. Sort of. You know what I mean?
yeah, of course. So
F- fourth level, which I think the higher up we go, the harder it's going to be able to fit with the theme. So like we're gonna have to work with what we got.
I'd argue banishment.
I mean, yeah, yeah, banishment. Banishment is always a nice spell.
Banishment.
Uh, the second spell is hard because a lot of those four spells are not from the player's handbook.
Uh huh.
So,
I'll let you come with it, but I have a proposition.
what's your proposition? I want to hear you out.
Hallucinatory, hallucinatory terrain.
Ooh, it's been a hot minute since I've looked at that spell. Uh,
If not that, Liamon's secret chest.
is Liamon's player's handbook?
Secret chest is, yeah.
I did not know that.
For the record, the name of the person who created the spell has nothing to do with what book it's in.
Right. A lot of the ones that have names on them make me automatically think that it's from not a more recent book, but not the player's handbook. And that's because a lot of the spells, like Tasha's Mind Whip or
No, even the ones
Morden
with
Can't.
Tasha's name, I know it has names of people who wrote books. Unrelated. It's just part of the lore.
Uh, so you said hallucinatory terrain or
Liamon's secret chest.
How does this spell work? I always forget how this spell works. All its contents.
I think. See, the reason I wanted to pick this spell first is I want to get an idea of what we were saying that subclass does. And I think what we're saying it does, what we are saying it generally does, is it hides and reveals information.
Right.
So I think keeping that in mind, these spells fit that.
I think I lean hallucinatory terrain more because the secret chest is already on the artificer list to begin with.
All right, hallucinatory terrain it is. I'm gonna
Uh,
just copy and paste that instead of typing it.
that you haven't.
Ah, that's why I don't do that. Dang it.
Why would happen? Oh, the
Give me
text.
paste without formatting. There we go.
And now we have
All right.
fifth level.
This is it. This
The
is it. This is
the top. This is the top tier. This is these are coming at level 17. These are what are gonna be there. So looking at this, okay, there's one spell that I immediately think we should pick immediately.
what's that?
Legend lore.
I have a second one. Modify memory.
Ooh. Yeah. Honestly,
I,
both.
I, I don't. You. It sounded like fifth. You sounded like fifth. I think fifth is like for the most obvious one yet.
You know what? Yeah. I forgot modify memory existed. Not that it's a bad spell. I just
You just didn't think about it. Yeah.
yeah,
There we go.
I didn't think about it.
And there's our spell list.
Honestly, pretty decent spells. I'll always take an augury. An augury in your back pocket to just do a quick check of something could never be do you wrong.
So, all right. So let's before we begin, let's take a look at our other artificer subclass.
Right. And I think
This is
before we even think about abilities, well, even though this technically would be part of an ability, we got to establish what tools or kit this artificer is specified towards. Because all the other ones, we have alchemist supplies,
I mean,
wood
calligraphy
carvers.
tools.
Yeah, calligraphy.
It's not a question. Anyways. Okay. Oh no. Okay, you get 2 level 3 abilities. Colorist gets 3rd level. Okay, 1. It sounds like the general trend is 1/3 level ability.
That's not just the, oh, hey, here's a tool proficiency.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Correct.
So,
So, at 3rd level, you gain proficiency with calligraphy tools.
woohoo.
Gain proficient. I can write that. I can write proficiency with. Oh, this is gonna be the tough calligraphy tools. Boom.
And then the actual main feature, which if we wanted to, we could have multiple features if we want to give them two not as impactful ones. But I feel like that
Yeah.
I feel like we gotta like start brainstorming. Like, that's honestly why I want to do these recordings of plotting these out because it's like,
Yeah.
let's see what our minds can jumble.
Exactly. Okay. So let's again. What we know. We are about concealing and revealing information, but we're also calligraphy. We're also writing. I kind of want to tie it into scrolls as well.
Okay, so here's what we could do.
Okay.
I think we lean towards having two abilities and have another minor ability being, I don't know what the name of the ability should be called, but basically when you're making scrolls of an artificer spell, it takes half the time to do it. Still the same cost, but half the time. Similar to the
Oh,
school wizards.
So directly tie into the Xanathar downtime rules.
Yes.
Because that's the only rule where rules about making scrolls exist right now.
Yeah. Unless he has a better recommendation.
My issue is, hmm, You know what? Let's take a look at the Xanathar rules. Give me a second. Oh, actually, I guess probably you should, since you have the video, you should probably look as well.
Yeah. Just let. I'm assuming you're gonna get a screen share up, so let me know whenever it's
I mean,
all good.
you can just look in the book, dude.
Oh, well, I don't have the book bought. Unless can I just.
You know how D&D Beyond works. As
So
long as you're in a campaign with someone who has the book, you are. You can just look at the book.
right, right. Okay, so
Do it?
Xanathars.
Unless we don't. Unless none of us have the book. No, we have the book. Okay, we're good.
I know one of
All right.
us at least has the book because we have
Yeah.
some of the subclasses. Xanathars.
Downtime activities. Crafting an item. Is it under... Scroll. Scribing a spell scroll. Here it is.
Uh, Xanathar. Here it is.
Scribing a spell scroll.
Core
So
rules.
it's under downtime activities.
Let's run down. I am not seeing that. Why do I not see?
you
Sketch
just search
options.
it. Search it.
Oh,
Here, you know what, Ross?
here we go. Downtime revisited. Here it is.
Yeah.
Uh,
Scribing a spell scroll.
here we go. Or wait, no, that's the wrong thing. Scribing a spell scroll. Here we go.
So my issue is I don't like this table. 3 days to scribe a second level spell scroll.
Oh wow, I didn't realize it was that bad.
Yeah. So I think directly tying our feature to this
Is
sucks.
okay.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's yeah, that's my issue.
which that's fair. Hmm.
I kind of agree with you. We should have like a. But I remember in third level we need to have what the main thing the subclass does.
Right. And I want, since we're on the abilities, I do want to bring this up.
Uh huh.
At the very least, one of our third level features, which like our main feature is,
Yeah.
I personally feel like should relate a lot to our bonus action. Because if you look at the other artificers, other than the alchemist gets theirs in a different way. Each one of them has a ability or effect that is tied to their bonus action. The artillerist cannon, battlesmith controlling the robot. I know the armor gets in guardian mode can use their bonus action to gain temp HP. I don't know if you need to do that for stealth or not.
Weakened spell for scrolls.
Ooh.
Obviously, you need to have a lot of scrolls in the campaign you're playing, but in theory, what if at third level, and you can use scrolls as a bonus action. You can use scrolls, including but not limited to. By the way, if we do an actual full write up on D&D Beyond, and sadly for this case only D&D Beyond because we can't put Artificer subclasses in books.
Oh yeah, no.
Anyways, yeah. So if we do a write up on D&D Beyond, we will word all these a lot better.
Of course, of course.
So I say you can use scrolls, including spell scrolls, as a bonus action. Note, normal spell restrictions still apply.
Yep, and I'm sure a lot of people that are watching this know, but simply you can only cast one leveled
It's
spell a turn.
it's a little more complicated than that, but in
That
the actual official rules, I have ignored the official rules on it because I think it's stupid.
Do the official rules like block cantrips as well?
Not really, but kind of. Okay, listen to this.
Okay.
Uh, you can only cast. Okay, I need to make sure I word this right. It's like because it's like very very specific. You can only cast a leveled spell in a turn if if the only other spell you have cast is an action cantrip. If you cast a cantrip as a bonus action, cannot cast a leveled spell by official rules.
Really?
Yeah, so stupid.
I mean, it's so specific, but I can already think of one cantrip that would fall under those
You
rules
know,
of not being able to be used, which is
it is
Shillelagh.
it is honestly it is so stupid. Remember, there are only two bonus action cantrips in the game.
Right, Shillelagh and
I don't even know or care. Real point is it really
yeah.
only hurts sorcerers. Anyways, but yes, so just keep that in mind. But basically, I think like, the idea is you could like, oh right, I forgot I mentioned as action as long as it normally takes an action to cast. You're not casting like a 10-minute spell as a bonus action.
Right.
There we go. So I think this is a
Which
really cool feature I like.
it's really cool and can be really powerful depending on what scrolls are available at the table.
No, something I would like to do, but we don't need to do it yet. Is I would like to eventually give them access to all scrolls. Now, artificers eventually get access to all scrolls, anyways. To be very clear.
Right. I'm
That's
guessing
at
the way how you're
like
saying it, you would like them to maybe get access to them, like specifically for scrolls, a little earlier than what other artificers do for other magic items.
I want to see some. When do they get to use all the magic items?
That's a good question.
Uh, 14th level actually is not too bad. Yeah, yeah, 14th level is actually honestly not too bad.
Right. Which means that we can't have if we wanted to have an ability like that where they get it a little earlier, we can't definitely can't have it at 15th because it would be
Yeah,
redundant.
yeah.
But
All
all
right, with
yeah,
that in
that's a pretty powerful uh ooh. Okay. What if we also added to this? Cantrip scrolls don't cost any when crafting.
okay.
Because, in D&D 2014 at the very least, there isn't much uses of a cantrip scroll.
How
I mean,
about
we hope. Okay.
instead tying back into the Xanathar rules, but not relying on them? Just a general, you can get scrolls for half price because of your ability to provide a lot of the material yourself.
Okay.
You can get scrolls for half price, and I will throw in if you choose to craft them half time
Yeah.
or half price. And if you choose to craft them half time, again, this is really bad wording, and this is not how we're going to word it in like the limited to D&D Beyond. Like, I want to do like some serious write up for everything, but we can't do that for.
Right.
So let's go to 5th level.
Yeah, 5th level. Again, all artifice. Actually, I can double check. I have the artificer page
Yep.
open. Does the battlesmith just get extra attack? Is that what they? Yeah. Okay. So all of them either have a damage boosting effect, which is the alchemist getting their intelligence modifier added for specific spell damage types, Artillerist, which adds a D8 for whenever they cast a Artificer spell from their basically their gun. And then Armor and Battlesmith just get a simple extra attack. So for this character, extra attack doesn't quite fit. Extra attack doesn't fit. Like I see this as a lot more of a spell and cantrip
I
user.
have I have two very stupid ideas.
Okay, shoot.
All right, going on that theme that you gave me, that it boosts damage.
In
My
some
first
way, shape, or form.
my first idea is, what if you can treat spell scrolls as a level higher than they are by default?
Ooh.
Or what if there is a chance that spell scrolls aren't consumed when you use them?
Ooh, both of those could be good. You know what? Actually, real quick, question, please. For rules
Hit?
on how scrolls work, if I were to want to, let's say, have a scroll of, let's just say, cure wounds at third level, could I make a scroll of that, or does it have to be at the minimal level possible?
It's minimum level.
Honestly, we could throw in both here. With
Both.
that,
Okay.
with that in mind, we could throw
Yeah.
in both, or
Oh, maybe what it is what it might be is spell scrolls. Spell scrolls are not 100% destroyed when used. We'll come up with exact odds later. However, by adding a first level spell slot of your own, spell slot you do have to the scroll, you can up its level. And I'll say maybe that you can do this basically as much as you want, but if you do it at all, the scroll is gone. But if you do it,
ooh,
the scroll is destroyed.
okay. Uh, Now here's another question.
Yeah?
Uh, are we allowing like? Is there gonna be like okay, for let's say a level one, let's just say cure wounds. If I
Okay?
put a first level spell slot in it, that would be a level two cure wounds.
Yes.
Would we add scaling if let's say I don't have any first levels, but I can use a second level to upcast it to third level?
Yes, we would.
Okay. All right. Yeah. That is. Ooh. That is some potential.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Alright,
That
so next up
then.
is ninth level.
Yes. Ninth level.
Alright.
What does ninth level tend to be roughly? Let's see. For the alchemist, it is a extra bonus to their main ability, plus they gain the ability to cast a single spell a number of times equal to their intelligence modifier per long rest. Armorer. Right, armor is the extra infusion slots on their main armor, as well as having two extra infusions in general, which is pretty crazy. Uh, all the cannons get an extra D8, and you could blow up the cannon as an action. And then Battlesmith, I believe they get their Jolt ability, their Arcane Jolt. Yeah. So there
All
isn't
very
really
different.
right there isn't really a theme other than simply a mixture of two abilities. Like two of them are so like Arcane Jolt, you have the damage, but also you could choose to heal. Actually, no, that's a bad example of what I'm talking about. Like basically, whatever the ability is, it has two different main effects.
Okay.
So what do we got so far? So we have the scrolls as a bonus action. Uh, okay.
Hmm.
What about this as like one part of this possible ability?
Okay.
We upgrade the effect for using a leveled spell as a bonus action from a scroll by allowing you to cast a leveled spell and a scroll. However, it cannot be a spell. Both of them cannot be a spell that's higher than half your proficiency rounded down. So, let's say I wanted to cast Scorching Ray as a bonus action, and then I wanted to cast, I don't know, third level Guiding Bolt as an action. You know what I'm saying?
So you're saying basically you're able to ignore that restriction, but there are some. Okay, here's what I will argue. Uh, Ignore leveled spell per turn restriction. I will say limited uses.
Okay. Yeah, limited uses. Now, do we want to make it proficiency or do we want to make it intelligence modifier?
I'll say proficiency.
Okay.
Uh, Proficiency times per day. Let's see. At this point, what? Okay, level 9. What's proficiency was at this point?
Proficiency is level. Well, not level, but I believe it is proficiency 4.
Yeah,
Uh,
4 times per day by ninth level. I liked it. I like that.
oh, I could see proficiency right. No, that's infusions. There's a way to see proficiency.
It's on that chart. You're just not
Oh,
looking at
oh,
it.
oh, on the left, on the left. Yeah,
Yeah.
proficiency 4.
4.
Proficiency 4.
Yeah. 4 is perfectly fine. Yep. Honestly, I like it.
Yeah,
It means that by 20th level, it'll be 6. So it'll go even better than it would have. Yeah, I like it.
yeah,
So proficiency per times per day. And I'll say, if we're calling it 4 times a day, it's just a thing you can do.
yeah. And then do we just want to tag on the other effect of any scrolls that you find are able to be used by you no matter what the class is? Or are we not going to have
You
that
know what? You know what?
ID?
Sure. Sure, sure, sure.
Okay, okay.
Uh, Limited uses. Uh, then also, this is a good time to put it, I think. You may use any scroll you find. Bum, 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 bum. Hmm. Hmm. I'll come back to that idea, but you may use any scroll you find, no matter which class, no matter any limitations it normally has, because it might not be a spell scroll.
Right.
Normally has. There we go.
And
So now,
now we have the
if
capstone, level 15. This is where all of our eggs have gone to one basket.
I have a good idea, but I don't know if it's a capstone ability.
What's your idea? Maybe I could work off of it.
What if, as a reaction, if a spell is cast on you, you can make an intelligence roll, and if you basically get the counterspell roll, you know,
Yeah.
10 plus the spell's level, if you can get that roll, you can capture the spell into a scroll.
Ooh.
See, I think what we might do, maybe let's put that earlier. Like maybe as 5th level or 3rd level. Honestly, it feels like a 5th level ability.
I think 5th level specifically because I think for something like that, which works, I'm assuming it works similar to Counterspell, where the
Yes.
spell is outright countered. We get all classes that would get Counterspell get it at 5th level anyway, because that's when you get
Okay.
third levels.
All right.
So I feel like that fits there.
Yeah. Because I'm like, this does not feel like a capstone. That you may have heard me pause 9th level when I was thinking about that.
Yeah, yeah, no,
So 5th level, and that also means that we get 2 abilities for every single level.
which is pretty, which is pretty sweet.
All right, so fifth level, uh, counter spells. Again, we'll write this much better and capture them in scrolls as a reaction. That way, we have a way. And I think we'll put the caveat: you may use, even at fifth level, you may use any spell capture this way. You may use any spell captured this way. Spell captured this way. You may not upcast it, and they will be destroyed. And they will be destroyed after use.
Okay, that's fair.
After use, and I'll say 24 hours. That way you can't just the night before have a bunch of spells cast at you. I'll also tie that one to your intelligence modifier.
So
Do
you
this
basically
as
get
many
counterspell of
times per day
yeah.
as int modifier. There we go.
Now I don't know what you if you have any ideas for the capstone. I have one idea that sort of plays off of our previous fifth level ability.
Okay.
Any spell slot that you put into a spell counts as 2 levels instead of 1. Up to, of course, the maximum of ninth level. Because if you put in a fifth level for a first level spell slot, for a first level spell scroll, you know what I
Uh,
mean. Like you're not gonna get above 10.
that's a tough one. That's a toughie. That one's tough. It's like ugh. I'm trying to see if there's any real problem with that. Like it sounds like that should be OP.
Right. It sounds like it'd be OP, but you also gotta keep in mind this only applies to scrolls that you find
True.
or make, which
Yeah.
I mean, hey, you get benefits of making, and for the most part, ooh, okay, maybe this could be the restriction. Maybe the spell slot they use for it, if it goes past ninth level spells, it's invalid. So basically, aka, you can't sacrifice a fifth level spell slot for it.
Gotcha. Okay.
I don't
Any
know. What
spell.
do you think of the idea, or what do you think?
I'll write it. I'll write it in. This is a capstone ability.
Yeah,
Any spell
it's a
slot
capstone. A capstone for me always got to be
used
at least cool.
to empower scrolls. By the way, that's going to be the name of the ability, the fifth level ability. Because
Okay,
I'm writing that down. Only because I'm writing it down, honestly.
right.
Any spell slot you use to empower scrolls will count as two slot as double the levels for that purpose. Cannot go above ninth level. So is that it? That's our capstone ability?
Yeah, unless you want to add anything else. I honestly, sure. I think it's short and simple, but I mean, that's just yeah. I'm going to. Hey, I think Artificer just gets Fireball. If I'm not, oh well. I have a Fireball scroll. I'm gonna
Yeah.
throw in a third level spell slot. Yeah, I have a ninth level Fireball.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. No.
You know, I feel like the nice restriction of that is when you find if you find those higher level scrolls, or actually, oh, you know what?
Yeah.
Now I'm double guessing myself because now like if you're able to find like a seventh level scroll, you can just use a first level spell slot to upgrade that to ninth level. Uh,
I mean, at that point, it's on the DM, really.
that's true. That's true.
There aren't really going to be a lot of easy to get seventh level scrolls.
That's also true. Yeah. Okay. And honestly,
And note, if you find a ninth level spell, you can just cast it, if provided you. Plus, you still have to make the check to cast seventh level scrolls.
you know what? That's an absolutely fair point. I always forgot. I forgot there was a check for it.
Yeah, so
Yeah, no, I
we have a subclass.
yeah,
I will get this made on D&D Beyond.
yep. And this would be
Uh,
for available for anyone to play around with and whatnot. And
yeah.
leave comments on like if you actually play with it, any suggestions. I feel like Pleeps and I are both open to suggestions.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no. This is our first try. This honestly, Ross, I say release this before you release the first episode of the subclass series. I think this. I'm actually kind of more excited about these videos than not those videos.
Yeah, no, I can do that. But, I think for a first round, I think we did fine.
Oh, we did. We absolutely did.
Also, I just thought about something.
Yeah.
Do you know what book we should have included? Because this does have the Artificer in it.
Oh,
We
you're right.
we should have included Eberron in the. Would that change our spells?
No, I
Are
don't.
there
I
any
don't.
particular spells from Eberron that?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Okay, in that case, I'm not gonna try to look. But yeah, this is what we got, and I'm I'm proud of it. I I think we did fairly good. I'm ready to
I,
see this character just entirely break the campaign somehow.
you know what would be hilarious?
What?
Your character dies before you guys hit level 5.
No!
Yeah,
Don't
before you,
jinx it.
before you even hit level 3, so the subclass never gets to show up.
Oh, if that ever happens, I might just bring it to Order of Shadows at one point.
That's honestly fair.
Yeah,
Anyways,
that's to be fair.
we built the character. Let's go.
Woohoo! And yeah, that honestly, please, any final notes before I end the video for just the experience of doing this? Because I think we had a good time.
Stay tuned for some more cool ideas we came up with, or will come up with.
Yep. Or based off of ideas that we've seen other games do.
If you have been paying attention to this channel in a board game that we may have played 5,000 times, the next few episodes of this series will probably be familiar to you.
Oh, they absolutely will. Anyway, thank you guys for watching the video, and as always, stay tuned for more. Bye bye!